Hello and welcome to Realish Racing again. I'm Dan and this is my Dan Turismo playthrough. I didn't come up with that name, but it's so brilliant I wish I had. So yes, today what we're going to be doing is buying our first car and doing some of the early races. We'll see where I'll get to. Maybe the Sunday Cup and maybe an FF race or whatever I buy. Well, I don't know what I'm going to buy yet. First car on Gran Turismo games is a pretty cool thing. I got good memories of all my first cars on all my Gran Turismos, except for Gran Turismo 6 because that forces you into your first car and it sucks. It's pretty obviously going to have to be Japanese, so I'm not even going to bother looking in Northwest and South. So let's go and see what we can find. Right, let's have a look in Toyota, because I have a Toyota, so that's where I'm gravitating towards. Ooh, that could be quite good. I have a Sleeker, one of the later ones. That's tempting, we'll come back to that. Oh, Toyota Starlet, from what I remember I've had that in previous games, and it's a bit of a beast. It is pretty good. But, no. I love these, but they are too stereotypical as a first choice on Gran Turismo, so no. Right, let's go up to Honda. No, nothing really taking my fancy in here. I do like a good Prelude, but I didn't know there was a 2-litre one. How strange. No, definitely not going with a Honda. Right, Mazda. Kind of hoping for something pretty cool. I can't remember if this is random every time you play it, or if it's a set pattern. These are the cars you have early on. Every time you start a new game. Mind you, I've done 16 days, so if it is random, then Mazda. Yeah, I'm not having an MX-5. That's too bland. A Demio would be. I was always gonna say pretty cool then, but a Demio is not cool. No. You see, I don't want too much power to start with, because otherwise these early races aren't exactly going to be a challenge, because they're not challenging anyway. That Sleeker might be a bit much, maybe not. Let's go and have a look in Mitsubishi. Oh no, it's 268 credits out of my price range. Oh, I'm gonna quit the series. I love these Mirages in Gran Turismo 1. They could always feel like they could punch well above their weight. That might not be a bad choice, actually, but it leaves me a bit cold. Nissan, let's get a Skyline or a Silvia. See, this would be like an obvious choice in any regular playthrough. The rear-wheel drive Skylines, they are brilliant. Oh, you can get a 4-wheel drive one, but I don't want to. So many Skylines. Oh, an old Skylines might be pretty cool. I could go absolute bargain basement and then just rely on having a bit of extra money, which might be a good way of doing it. But the Silvia is, again, it's a classic first car in Gran Turismo land. Subaru's not going to be much here. Oh, a 360, yeah, that'd be useful, because 20 odd horsepower will see me through like the first half of the game, no problem at all. Right, I'm not going to bother looking in Daihatsu and Suzuki because they just do pretty much K cars. That's not going to be useful. So I think I'm going to go with that Sleeker. What's the power on it? 167, 1235. It's reasonably powerful. But the thing is, it's because it's an old car, it might have quite short gearing. Oh, no, don't want to look at that. That won't tell me how well geared it is, and neither will that. So I think I'm just going to do it. I have a Sleeker in real life. I can have a Sleeker here. Let's do it. No going back now. Let's have a quick look at the tuning settings for it. So yeah, so basically muffler off limits, engine off limits, turbo off limits. Everything else I can do. It does have a race version. That's aspirational. There's nothing else I can really do now that would really be worth it. I think I may as well just jump into some races and see how it goes. Right, so the special events are going to be the ones I'm doing first, but I would quite like to do some of these early on. Oh, let's do this first instead of the Sunday Cup. I know that's not the way you're supposed to do it, but why should I do anything the way it's supposed to be done? Right, so here we are about to tackle the first race. A couple of things. I'm just going to use automatic transmission because, one, that's the way I always did it in the early Gran Turismos, and two, using manual transmission on a controller isn't exactly fun. And secondly, I use the chase cam because, that's the way I've always done it. Right, let's see how good and or bad this car is. Oh, look at that light wheel spin. Oh no, a Micra's beating me away. How embarrassing. Oh, he's cutting me off. What's going on, stewards? Handling's reasonably good. It is a bit gutless though, which isn't ideal when I can't do anything to power. Although it's slightly irrelevant because, if memory serves me correctly, there's some fairly heavy rubber banding on this game. So it doesn't matter if I'm way quicker, I won't be able to get more than a second or two in front of them. This seems like it could be fairly straightforward. Oh, Yaris tried to get me in the outside. Cheeky bastard. Oh, Midfield Raceway. I'm glad they remastered this in the later games, even if I was fed up with the series by then, because this is one of the best tracks. Great little track, particularly for testing, I find. Yeah, nice and challenging. Oh, look at them all in there. Rigid Gran Turismo lines. Oh, the brake's pretty poor. I think that might be an early upgrade. And it's spinning all its power away because the differential is useless. But so far, so good. Oh, the Micra's out of line, and some other shape of white pixels which I can't identify. Yeah, top speed looks like it could end up being an issue at some point. But then again, I'm not adding power, I keep forgetting this, so it may not be an issue. Oh, here we go. Even though I got to the lead very simply, they're just sitting behind me. Chicane's not as easy in later iterations of Gran Turismo games. Later iterations of Midfield Raceway. Oh, backs out. Oh, this is where I kind of wish I was using manual gears, but it dropped down anyway. Look at these curbs, they're absolutely ridiculous. Oh, too busy looking behind me, and I've gone off on a race over. Right, so brake a bit earlier. Oh, I've messed up my turn in for that a bit. Oh, is that a Lupo? I can't tell, or is that the Micra? I really cannot tell. Oh, and I've hit the wall. Oh, this is a disaster. What is going on? I used to be good at this game. Honest. Nah, we're alright. Oh. Right, I'm 9 years old, handbrake across the line. Oh, I couldn't even do that properly. Yes! Oh, look at that, smashed it, absolutely smashed it. Right, now something tells me I will not be able to do this race at Midfield Raceway, so I'm not gonna try that quite yet. So let's go to special events. Let's do the Sunday Cup, because it's at Tahiti Road and this is an amazing track, so much fun. Oh look, there's that Pajero I wanted. Some jammy bastard have another 250 credits that I didn't have. Ah, oh, capitalism. Ah, oh, spare wheel slowing him down. Oh, this is even easier than just that. Oh dear. Yeah, but I won't be any further ahead than that by the end of the race. unless I'm like way quicker. But what a track this is. Undulation, wides, grass that isn't actually grass, and then this chicane here, which is one of my very favourite corners. You get it right, you can just take so much speed through it. Nice bit of camber, then negative camber on the exit, and then you smash into the wall and die. Corner there, always bumpy, car always bottoms out with its virtual pixels hitting the virtual tarmac pixels. And braking for this corner at the end I always found quite tricky because it seems to sort of tighten and narrow a little bit more than you're expecting. So instead we just brake way too early, get sideways, lose all the momentum. Yeah, in a car like this track isn't much of a challenge, but you get something properly quick around it, and then you smash into walls even more. Or you come around this corner and smash into the pit entrance, and you die. So basically, this track there is a lot of ways to die. Right. Left. I know directions. Right. So I hope these races don't get too difficult because I'm clearly well out of form in this game. A little bit better than last time. Hit the car? Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's quite clear that talking and driving at the same time is not my forte at the moment. Now that Subaru Pixo or Subaru Vivio or whatever small Japanese car that an English person like me wouldn't know is right behind me. Oh dearie me. Getting used to digital steering again is very, very difficult. After doing proper sim racing on a wheel and everything, coming to this, it's like it's not even a racing game. It's a platformer. Oh god. Right, no, we're good. We're good. It's all good. No one saw it. No one saw those multiple incidents. And another victory, which is completely unsurprising. Oh, and it was a Daihatsu Kurore. There's not even a Subaru in the race, so God knows where I got that from. Money. Oh look, I've got profit. I can go back and get that Pajero. Right, so I'm going to carry on and go with the high-speed ring. Why is it called the high-speed link there? I've never understood that. It's like one of those things that's been put through Translate several times and has just come up with something totally wrong. Right, so here we are at the high-speed link, or high-speed Zelda, if you are wrong. Well, cars are should be a bit more challenging this time. And by challenging, I mean it will take me a few more corners to get into the lead than the first corner as in the last race. Oh look, he's pulled into the second lane that the AI cars are allowed to drive in. Will they mysteriously brake as this corner slightly tightens, allowing me to go through the middle? No! Look at that BMW 3 Series Compact. When have you ever seen one of those in the game? Lunge! Oh yes, using the cars as a barrier. Classic Gran Turismo tactics. Anything goes. There are no rules. Oh, that FTO just did an epic switchback. Oh, 180 SX using me as a barrier. Oh. Proof of karma right there. Stop the arguments. It exists. Yeah, this race could be a bit of a challenge actually. They're definitely quicker than me on the straights. God, look, I'm staying in their prescribed lines now. Right, this is the acid test. Can I actually catch and pass them on the straight? Even with the slipstream, no. I can count the pixelated difference and it is not changing. So I'm probably going to have to either accept that I may lose the race or do something very cheaty or go off like that and then drive into the wall again I think that's the better option. Oh, why am I not using manual gears? Got no power. Oh, look at the different lines they're taking. You can literally fit a bus through there, sideways. Oh, FGA's done another amazing manoeuvre there. Right, so I've got one more corner in inverted commas left because it's not really a corner. I'm just going to chuck it up the inside, hope I get in the lead, and then weave down the straight to keep them behind me. Yes, stage 1 complete. No, 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 yes! Yes! Oh, look at that. 2 races in, I'm already getting ridiculously close races. 200SX Type XJ, it's not a Jaguar hybrid. Right, so I'm not going to attempt the Red Rock Valley one yet, because you either need a more powerful car or... No, you need a more powerful car for that. It's not twisty enough for upgrades to be worth it. The Clubman Cup I think is similar, so I may try that a bit later on. FL Challenge, let's see. Oh, well, all these, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm fairly certain that you don't actually need like a convertible to enter the Open Car Cup or a historic to enter the Historic Car Cup. So I'm not going to bother getting something that's exactly eligible for that because that will reduce my choices. All these are going to be fun later on in the game, aren't they? Especially the tuned car cup, wow. Looking forward to that. Right. Well, let's try this at Rome. Like a bit of Rome. The better layout of Rome, not the stupid one that they did for the newer Gran Turismos. Why did they do that? This version was fantastic. I mean, this will only be the short version, but the long version of it is really good. And they got rid of all the good bits for meaningless 90-degree corners. Why? Yes, this is a compact car, honestly. Oh god, those yellow hatchings are making my eyes go insane. How have I got a better run than them out of a flat out corner? Right, it goes this way. Oh my god, that's Saxo. Incredible lunge. Oh god, I'm going through textures. Wowzers. Driven like the proper... There's a funny glitch here where sometimes you can bounce off the curb, the red and white curb, but it didn't happen that time. I think as if you're in a lower car and then the side of the car sort of hits the curb and thinks it's a wall. Oh god, I can't even drive in a straight line with digital steering. But that's okay! Oh, ready for crazy eyes again. Jesus Christ, it's flickering. Oh, now the Yaris is lunging. Oh, and here comes the Mazda Demio lunging. Oh, am I going to be lunged on 3 corners in a row? No, because I'm going to do the lunging. Oh, but even still the Corsa has lunged. Oh, and there's not enough track left for me to do something ridiculous. But it's okay, the rubber banding will slow them down. Look at that, here we go, rocketing back into contention. I'll do this corner a bit vaguely properly so that I can capitalise at the last corner again. That always seems to work. Oh, it's going to have to be... Point it at the end. Oh no! No, I'm going to lose! 3 races in and I'm already losing. Though I do think that was more down to my own ineptitude rather than the flaws of the car. But I'm going to blame the car, because otherwise I have to accept all sorts of things that I don't want to. Right, we'll give this one more go. Because, like I say, I feel that was my fault. I can't just retry straight away. I don't want to go all the way back to the menu. Ah, Gran Turismo works, hashtag. Right, let's try this again. Oh, 1-6 Rally. Love one of those in real life. Right, this time, try not to drive like a tool. God, that's genuinely hurting my eyes. Getting sucked under the track. Oh, they really go for it. I'm going to have to just take the inside. Thank you for pushing me along in some weird PS1 physicsy way. Oh, I'm doing even worse. The brakes on this are quite poor, and there's quite a lot of understeer on turn in, which is a bit of a problem. But if I drive properly, there's no reason I can't do this race. Don't worry, if I don't do it this time, I'm not going to make you watch me do the same race 3 times in a row. I'm not that self-obsessed. I can take a loss. But I will come back to it later. But hopefully that won't be the case. Oh, I've got to stop doing that. Oh dear, no, I can't get to the inside to defend the lunges. Yes, I can. Oh god, it's gone really badly again, but it's okay. Oh. Stuck down in third. Maybe I should reconsider. No, I'm not going to reconsider using manual gears. That's not how I played it before. I'm not going to change 17 years of habit. Clio's rocketed to the front. Shame I'm going to take it away from you with this incredible lunge. Yes, hopefully. No, 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 no. I should have more power than a Lupo. No! Oh dear, these are getting stupidly close. Right, I'm not doing that again. I will come back to this one. Let's try the Seattle one. Seattle's a bit of a bendier course. It is a short course. I'll rant about Seattle later when it's the full course, because it's a travesty that this isn't in 5 and 6. I can even remember the short course, so this will be interesting. Oh, is that clear again? Ridiculous launch. It's not the V6. Oh my god, the pop-in. Oh, I don't ever remember it being this bad. Oh, I love this track so much. Normally we'd be going left up here, but it appears we're continuing straight on. Yeah. Oh god, Persia, I've got a works team now. We've got 2 cars. Oh, I remember this corner being good. I remember me being good, actually. Perhaps some things are best left in the past. Why is he turning into me? Then again, if those AI were sentient, which they are not, I don't know why I needed to clarify that, then they would probably be wondering why I do stupid lunges and take them off all the time. Oh, Peugeot. They've really gone all out for this, oh dear. Deary me. This car is very soft and wallowy. Oh, teammates are playing no team orders at Peugeot. Is it going to cost them the race? Not if I drive as abysmally as I have been for the last 10 minutes. Right, let's hope that the rubber banding takes effect at a good moment. Nope, it did not. So once again, alright, so it appears this car has a low limit. I think I've more or less done everything I can probably do with it. Why is the first race that you don't need a license for require a more powerful car than the two that you do need a license for? It's madness! Ooh, this is even an 80 sports car. Right, that's what we're going to do. To end this first episode, we're going to try and do this race, and hopefully end on a more positive note than the last couple of races I've done. Trial Mountain as well, absolute classic. Does this still have the massive curve? Gran Turismo 1 had like Tony Hawk's skate park ramps. Oh my god, Tony Hawk's skate park. I sound like a dad getting things wrong like that. My dad always used to call my PS1 the Sonny station. And I fear I'm turning into him, even though I should know better. Oh yes, look at this. Oh, look at those micro super. Oh, look at those, fantastic. Love those cars. Love to drive one in real life. Supercharger and a turbocharger in a tiny Nissan Micra. I bet that's exciting, if not rapid. I'm really struggling to play this game. I didn't have this much trouble doing the licenses, I'm sure. Oh, I didn't check to see if the monkey was in the tree. Oh, I love this track. So good. Even if the setting is a little preposterous. Where did this road go? Where do they go to? That was my first car in Gran Turismo 4. Not one MR2, the supercharged one. And damn good it was too. And forest green with the sort of a creamy two-tone paint job on it. It's quite quick. Oh, if I'm doing bad, I'm going to say this now, I'm just going to straight line the chicane to win if I'm in this position on the next lap. Although there are 3 laps, good job I checked that. Many a time I have thought I was done with just the 2 laps, taking my foot off the accelerator, and won anyway because the game, I was probably using a ridiculously overpowered car. Look at that flat all the way up here, that's the sign of a good car. You can go flat up this first section of Trial Mountain. This car definitely needs better turn in. It's the RX-7 now second. Something mysterious happened behind me. Look out for the monkey. As you don't know, certainly in 3 and 4 I think there's a monkey in that. No, it's not there. In that tree there is a monkey, and it's still there in 5 and 6 as well. There's also supposed to be a Loch Ness monster in the penultimate corner, but I don't think I can never say for sure that I've seen it. I don't know if that's just one of those things that children tell in the playground to sound cool. Right. Oh, 0.787 behind the Mazda. Ooh. What have I done? What am I doing? Too busy being amazed at the coincidence of 787 and Mazda. They make anything a spooky coincidence if you analyse it hard enough. Right, And now, thinking about all that, I have totally lost the plot. No, definitely low. It's meant to be there. I think it's the later game. There's a lake outside that corner. There's supposed to be a lot less monster in it. Oh, that was a favourable bounce off of that car. And look at the run it's given me. Right. Do I? No, I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do the cheatings. Oh yes, and that means I win in majestic fashion. No, I don't, because it's 3 laps. We discussed this 1 minute and 47 seconds ago. My God, I've got a terrible memory. Oh, slight lift that time. Not as confident. At least I managed to stay on something resembling a racing line that time. This car is very, very wallowy. I think we're going to have to look at tunes after this race. Putting some better brakes on it, better suspension. Gearing are alright. I don't think we'll be needing to do the gearing on this. Maybe the flywheel. Close ratio box might be nice. Because it's quite a wide power band. Or no, what am I saying? A narrow power band. It only goes up to 6,000 RPM as well. What is this, a diesel? This lap's so much better than the last lap, and yet they're still right up behind me. But the thing is, they do it in the current game as well. And this was 15 years ago. 60, I don't know how many years ago. I should probably have looked that up. But they're still making the same mistakes. It was charming back then, but now it's just... Arrgh! What isn't it's that win though. That's good. Oh, Micro's underperformed. Oh, Toyota 1-2. Boom, look at that. We'll ignore the one in last. New car as well. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I thought you only earned new cars when you finished the 3 races in a series. Evidently not. Let's go see what we've won. Oh, the Mugen Honda Civic Ferio. Oh, that's quite nice. Do you know what? I said I was going to try not to use prize cards because they're convenient. No, I'm going to keep that for now. And then if I fancy using it, I will. But I may sell it. We'll come back to that. Anyway, yeah, the Celica has done mediocre, I think is the best way of putting it. It definitely needs some work doing, which we'll do in the next episode. So if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Dan out.